Hey everyone, this is Josh from before. I just yesterday did a video showing off some of the new figures coming out from McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse. And a couple things. One, when I did that video, I cranked it out so fast that I missed a couple of the photos and didn't include those. The other thing is that thanks to people like the Voice of Reason who are always sharing leaked solicitations and things like that, we almost have a clear picture of the entire rest of 2021 for the DC Multiverse releases. I'm just not sure if everyone has really seen those leaks that came out a few months back and have been slowly trickling out recently. So I just wanted to go over them and give everybody a chance to hear about some of the stuff that's on the docket, basically. So first thing is I will just take a quick look at those at the photos I missed, which I'm looking at here thanks to McFarlane DC Multiverse on Instagram. And so the one is a 2-pack of Dawnbreaker and Hal Jordan. And this is a re-release of Dawnbreaker from earlier. And this is just a reissue of the John Stewart body with a different head sculpt and a slightly different paint, some different constructs that he's got here. And this base that just looks like they're at Nickelodeon Studios with a green slime. Don't love it, but the Hal Jordan is nice, looks really nice. And then also this White Knight Batcycle, which I was really stoked for because the White Knight figures are still among my favorites from the Multiverse line, but I gotta admit that is a very short motorcycle just compared to the Sean Murphy artwork. It's just looks like a stub-nosed version of it. I still really want to see it in person, but can't help but be a little disappointed by the length of that because it seems shorter than the Batcycle, which is just silly to me. So those are coming in August. We know that in July-ish we're gonna be getting this little mini wave of Dr. Fate and the repainted Flash from Injustice. So we know what those are going to be. We know that August is this wave with the Batcycle and the Green Lantern 2-pack. And I looked all through these yesterday, but since that first leak, there have been some higher quality photos that we can see a little bit more detail. Etrigan, he looks really sharp with all the details on his armor. Wonder Woman, a little better image of her in her like starburst wrapper colors. Face looks like a little bit like Adrian Curry. Not gonna complain about that. So that's July and August, and then what we have also been able to gather from this solicitation list is a whole bunch of stuff. And I already did a video kind of going over the 6-inch DC Retro Batman 66 line. This has a few additions to that, which is Unmasked, Riddler, and Batman and Joker in swim shorts. So that's kind of fun. I've got high hopes for that retro line. I hope they don't just stick with Batman 66 forever. I hope they start jumping into Michael Keaton and some of those other classic versions, especially with their promise of vehicles and playsets in that scale. I don't think they're gonna be quite like Legends or Black Series. I think we might want to set our expectations a little lower, and I went over in that video, so check that out. But no time period really locked in as far as we can tell for those, but I'm sure it'll be before the end of the year. And then here is a big wave, and well, I think it'll be spread out across several waves, and it'll probably be October, November for this lineup. But we've got Batman Year 2, gold label. They're calling this an NYCC release, which since NYCC is not going to be in person this year, hopefully those should be available to the public at large, not too hard to get. I'm imagining this will be a blue and gray, like classic looking 70s era kind of design, which I'm really stoked about that. I hope that we get one that really does that justice and not just the not just a recolor of that first Batman Detective Comics 1000 one they did. Anyway, next up is Superman Rebirth. Hopefully that's mostly new sculpt, just because we've seen quite a few Supermans and they just keep reusing basically the same two bodies over and over again. Hopefully there's a little bit new there. That'll be nice to see. But, I mean, man, they're going to have a hard time just outdoing that first, like, Wave 1 Superman that they did. I really love that one. I have a hard time picturing them doing it better. Maybe they're going to use that infected Superman body. Who knows? The Superman Energized Unchained Armor gold label. So that sounds like a repaint of Superman Unchained, the anime mech Superman that we saw back from Wave 1. That's fine. I'm not going to complain too bad about that. It's a repaint, but that was a great figure, so whatever. Next up is Batman Hazmat Suit, which I don't know what that necessarily means. That could mean a lot of things. McFarlane DC Universe on Instagram has speculated that we're going to get, let me pull it up, that we're getting something like this, which I don't know where that's from. And that almost looks kind of like a hybrid between the Azbat armor and, you know, the Murder Machine, kind of. But I don't know what to expect on that one. And then here's a really exciting one. Asriel Batman armor. We're hoping, I think everybody's hoping that that's a real Nightfall version of Azrael with the blue and the gold. But unless, you know, until I see the words Nightfall or see some photos, I'm not going to get my hopes up too high. This could mean anything. That could be a repaint of Azbat for all we know. Who knows? This listing is, I think it just means assortment. I think that's just, I don't know what that means. That might just be a placeholder, I don't know. But moving on, we got two DC gaming figures. They like to do those gaming figures as like kind of like two at a time. And we've seen them go from Arkham to Injustice. And what we've got here is Nightwing and Red Hood. Really hoping those are two more Arkham designs. Injustice just, for me, isn't my thing. And I'd rather see them keep knocking out the Arkham character designs. That's just me personally. But Red Hood especially, I'd really like to see an Arkham Knight as well. So, I don't know, fingers crossed. I hope those are all right. A 2-pack White Knight Batman versus Azbat. Hopefully this 2-pack addresses the problem of that White Knight Batman has one fist and one open hand, and there's no way for him to put two hands on that Batcycle that they're coming out with. So maybe they'll solve that problem there, but that's a real concern. That's a legitimate concern. He can't put both hands on the Batcycle. So yeah, that might be the one. If you already got those figures. Oh, although I really want to see the base of that. Will it look like Sean Murphy's? Will it look like the church? You know, where they kind of had a throwdown. That could be rad. Who knows? Maybe it'll just be rubble. And then another multi-pack. This is pretty exciting. Batman Who Laughs plus, I'm assuming, all three Robin Crows with the different heads. Anybody that's had a hard time finding those Robin Crows and had to buy the Build-A-Fig version 3 times, and so you have 3 Merciless torsos. I didn't get all 3 Robin Crows, and I might be willing to pull the trigger on that one to get all 3 heads in one go. That's pretty exciting. So that, I think in my mind, that gets us into October, November. I might be wrong. You know, there might be still some more surprises down the road, but that's a lot of figures coming down the pipeline. And as far as when we can like expect to see more of these, Comic-Con at home is going to be late July, so that's not far away. And so again, this is Voice of Reason is on Instagram, and McFarlane DC Multiverse on Instagram, where I found these. They posted these on Toy Arc as well, and they also attributed them to, in my opinion, the wrong people, because Voice of Reason is always the one that leaks these. So Follow that dude if you really want the scoop on multiverse stuff. Tell me what you think about some of these. Had you seen these leaks? Is this new information to you? Where do you fall on what are you excited about this? There's some pretty cool. I might be most excited about that just classic blue and gray 70s Batman. But if they do Nightfall Azrael, and then again, I'm a Arkham fan, so really hoping for more designs from that universe. All right, let me know what you think, guys, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.